Hey, girl.
Hey.
What are we doing today?
So we are talking about happiness, but it's so weird that we're talking about happiness because at this moment I'm not happy. So I don't know how this podcast is going to go today.
I could tell because she didn't even do the introduction.
No.
So
sorry. Let's do the interject. Oh, fuck.
But that's what this is. Okay, let's go.
Hey, I'm Lisa.
I'm Randy.
Sometimes we talk about yoga.
And other shit. And today...
Other shit. I'm discombobulated today, so I'm thrown off.
Yeah. What's happening? What's
going
on?
Well, there's a couple different things. Well, first, this subject came up, happiness, because I have a very, very close friend of mine who's like a sister. And we were just randomly texting the other week. And she just said, I just want to be happy. You know, and it was one of those things that I'm like, crap. Like, because I feel like she does a lot of things to make her happy.
Okay.
But she's not, I mean, she hangs out, she travels.
Okay.
You know, she goes out to eat. She does things like that you would think would be happy things.
Okay.
But internally, she's not happy.
Yeah.
So, like, instantly, you know, it just made my feelings hurt because, you know, somebody close to you tells you
absolutely
they're unhappy. And I'm like, that's my friend. Like, I want her to be happy.
Yeah.
So, it came up of what is happiness?
Whew.
What is happiness? So here we are. So this is what we're talking about today is what is happiness and what defines you to be happy.
Yeah, and why are so many people not?
So many freaking people are unhappy. So this is what I kind of had thought in my head. I don't know if this is valid or not, but I think
it's all valid.
It's all valid. Thank you for saying that. I don't know if it's happiness is something that stays a constant, you know. I feel like, and so I saw a post on Instagram the other day and it said happiness is linear. So, like, it went up and it went down. And that's how it was. And then it said happiness is linear. Because, honestly, if we were happy all the time, which, you know, I don't think it really makes sense because then you wouldn't know about sadness. You wouldn't know about darkness. There would be no light. You know, it always has to be this yin,
without,
this yang.
Right. There's no joy without sadness. So,
you got to be able to feel all of this different emotions and stuff.
Right.
And I think that people constantly... I don't know if we always feel like we need this moment of happiness, of stimulation every second of the day.
Okay, well, let's define it because is happiness a stimulation or is happiness a state of being in the way that you're thinking and the way that your friend is missing?
Okay, I'm glad you said that. And I honestly think that it's both.
Okay.
Depending on the person or depending on how they feel. Because the way,
I get,
you know, you feel me? So, like, the way my consciousness is set up, I feel like no matter what's going to happen around me,
right,
I'm going to be happy. But these last couple of days, I've been in a really fucked up space. And I've allowed a situation to make me unhappy. So then there's these things of situational unhappiness. You know, I remember dealing with depression and being in therapy with the doctor. They would go, you know, how long have you been depressed? So they borderline you or gauge you from that. Like, oh, you've only been depressed for 3 months. Did something happen? Oh, this is why you're depressed. So maybe you don't need meds, you know?
Yeah.
Or as though, oh, you've been unhappy for a year. Well, now that's a long time to be unhappy.
Right.
So maybe we need to do something about it. Oh, you've been unhappy for 2 months?
You're okay.
You're okay.
Let's talk about it.
Right. So if it's depression, you don't need no drugs after 3 months. If you've been unhappy for a long time, now you need meds.
Yeah, I think it's different. I think there is a state of happiness that is like, happy is like feeling joy, feeling contentment, feeling fortunate. And that is fleeting, right?
Yeah.
I think that depression is a constant feeling of the lack of that feeling.
Yes.
It's constant. It's a, and I have the, you know, I did the research, so I have the definition in there. But it's basically, it's a mental illness. It is a diagnosis. But it's a longer period of time and there's a deeper root.
So then you go, well then if you're unhappy, unhappiness turns into depression?
Not all the time.
Okay.
But it can.
But then it is that feeling of I'm sad, I'm lonely.
God. This is like, guys, this was one of the hardest things for me to research.
Happiness. But wait, so then I think about this to my girl, like I want to say to her, she's been through so much. And to look at her like where she is right now. Yeah. I'm like, oh my gosh, like I'm ecstatic for her. Because to me,
she came over the hill.
She came through this big ass situation.
Dark cloud.
So much darkness. And now there's light. And it's not just peeking through, there's light. but then there's unhappy. So I kind of want her to turn around and look back and go, this is how far I've come.
That is important.
You know, like to even, I don't know if she's ever turned around and looked
Perspective
and said,
is important.
well, look where I am now. You know, look where I came from. So it's not where I came from. I'm not there, but I still know. Then are we ever happy in any state in life? So I do my best to try to stay happy, no matter where I'm in. I remember before.
So this is your choice, right?
So
you do your best to make the choice.
I do my best
happy.
to make the choice. And I remember reading, this was some years ago,
Mm-hmm.
it was about happiness, about, so no matter how big your house, no matter how horrible your car is, you have to be content and happy with what you have before, before, and if you believe in God, but from there it was before the Lord, if he would bless you with anything else, you know, can you be content with exactly what you have?
With the present. So happiness, a lot of people feel like, when I get that job, then I'll be happy. When I get that man or that woman, then I'll be happy. When I have this child, then I'll be happy.
When I move out of this house.
When I move out of this house, then I'll be happy. When I just saw a meme the other day that said, you can't find happiness by moving to Atlanta. I know I'm trying to find some but
can you say that one more time?
But you know how many people have picked up and moved.
Listen, this girl, they were going to be happy. So look, and it's funny that you say that, because I had a client the other day that said that, I'm just going to move. And I'm like, what are you going to do when you move?
But you still are going where you going. So if you haven't dealt with what's in here, you are still going to be there. So all you're going to do is keep running from yourself. But guess who's with you all the time?
So you. So, and I said that to her. I said that to her. I said, so the next time you find a situation like this, you're going to pack up yourself and move states again? And she just kind of looked at me. And I'm just like, I'm not trying to say no shitty shit, but I'm just saying, that's a lot, to do that.
Yeah, I think what we need to do is, first, when people are sad or depressed, I feel like you need to identify it, right?
Yeah. Because maybe the unhappiness is depression, and maybe you need to be treated for the depression. And it's not just unhappy. Okay, boom, there it is. Maybe it's a lot of unhappy people over this really long time that think they're just unhappy, but maybe they are dealing with depression.
Okay,
and that's a whole nother way to treat that.
Oh, there's a whole nother way.
Right.
So say if there's a happiness pie, this whole thing is your happiness pie.
Yeah.
And your happiness comes from different things.
Yes.
Okay, let me tell you something that blew my freaking mind. So 50% of your pie comes from shit you can't even control. It is in your DNA. It is genetic. So if you come from...
Wait, just
sit on that.
No, I don't even want you to sit on that. Listen. I come from some...
Can you tell it?
Some messed up DNA and a lot of stuff, right? And I have made a conscious effort every single day not to be straight from all the DNA that I am from in my veins. And it's no shade
but against... I think you have to know it, though.
But so now that's the thing, that I know it. And it's no shade against my ancestors.
No,
but they went through some shit. They are who they are, and they went through what they went through. But then unfortunately, things are different, and I'm grown, and now that stuff has poured on me, and now I have to sit up there and watch it. So so I have to consciously every day go, I'm not going to be that person. I'm not going to do that. And not that I don't love the people that I came from, because I do, but there are characteristics and traits that I don't elect to carry on to my children and to other people. I have said this before. I said this the other day about my kids. I said, if I jack my kids up, which I'm sure everybody does a little piece to fuck their kids up a little bit, right? I don't care. And I know if they're having mommy issues or whatever, it won't be from these certain things. Now, they might come back with, you did some other stuff, but you will never say, I did what I feel like I have grown through.
Okay.
I don't even know how we got to talking about that.
Well, because we talked about the DNA. So...
I got loyalty and royalty inside my DNA.
Hey.
I feel like that's what we just need to keep saying, right?
Yes.
To change our DNA.
Yes. Okay. So 50% comes from your DNA.
Okay.
So you can't help your DNA, but you can change factors that influence your DNA. Okay. So let's go
I will just say, even saying that out loud changed my vibration.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. It did. In a good way.
Okay.
It made me, because I was real heavy even when this podcast, even before we were about to press record, you know? But that just made me feel better, just even saying that.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Kendrick.
Go
ahead.
Loyalty and royalty inside my DNA.
Right.
Thank you, Kendrick.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay, so if 50% comes from DNA,
Mm-hmm.
so 10%, only 10% comes from like your job, your house, your neighborhood, the clothes you wear, the hair, like all the exterior stuff that people put so much emphasis into. Only 10% of that affects your whole happiness pie, right? So that leaves 40%.
Okay, what's that?
The 40% is up to freaking you
to do it.
to fill. To find.
And the same thing, like I always say, which I love, Ilyana, you've got to do your work.
You got to do your work.
You got to do your work.
So, not even going back to the story with your friend, because I don't know what she came through to feel like that. But what people tend not to do is understand that 40%. People tend to make 100% about, well, this is what I come from, and this is what my people are, and this is what it is, and the other thing. So cars, women, sex, drugs, alcohol, whatever else to try to feel something to become happy. But happiness doesn't come from that. And so when you start to do your work, that 40% almost overrides that 50%, because now you've made conscious choices like you did. Choices to change your perspective. That's the first thing. Like what you said, you're making a choice. So I've been depressed. I do not think I have depression, and I think that's a different thing.
I do.
Can you explain like how you came to that and why
how I came to it,
but how you came to find that out?
First of all, I didn't come to anything. The doctors came to everything.
Girl, you
okay,
depressed.
Right?
You in danger, girl.
No,
you
there
depressed.
was a clinical diagnosis, but how did I come to that?
If you want to share,
no, I don't care. Like my life is like an open book. Like I don't care. Cut me open, blah, let it go. It was for many, I'm going to say years, or it was periods of depression that I sat through. Okay. And I just didn't have the strength, the energy to get up. And unless you've really gone through it, it's hard to get somebody to feel it. Like I just always felt this sense of just, like helplessness, and it made me really, really tired, so I couldn't get up. I couldn't put my finger on it. I just could not snap out of it. Every day just seemed worse and worse. Okay. You know, and then I remember my father, I come from a really Christian background, and he had brought me this DVD, because it was times I wasn't even opening my door. Like, and I had kids, and I would just bury myself underneath the covers. And my dad brought me this CD over. And the guy on there was talking about, oh gosh, why can't I remember? My family, I would probably be damned to hell because I can't remember this story. But God kept putting stuff on him. He kept putting stuff on him. And then he finally, I can't think of his name. And he was screaming on there like, get up. And his wife wanted him to curse God. And she's like, curse God and die. And he was like, no. And he said he went to the mantle, he shaved his head. And then, you know, he was like, I'm still a servant of the Lord, no matter how much he takes from me, no matter what he does for me. Like, and so then the preacher started screaming like, get up, get up, get up, get up. So like I would put this CD in there
to tell yourself, get up,
tell myself to get up. Now, I didn't get up immediately. Like I could not get up for you. So that's how the thing. And then when I go to the doctor, then they tell me after a course of time, it wasn't like I felt like that after 2 weeks or 3 weeks. I mean, this was going on for a very long time. And then there was a lot of faking internally that had to be done as well. Just so I could get through. I do believe
in that a little bit, faking it until you make it.
Yeah, I had to. But it's just really dark when you get home and you can't fake it anymore. And then you're with people.
You got to take the mask off.
I got to take the mask off.
Right.
Mask off. That's future, right? Mask off.
I love that song.
Me too.
So
okay, go ahead.
Well, I just feel like, knowing you now, people don't know this about you. You say it all the time, but people don't know.
I'm never quiet about it.
No, because I feel like you walk in joy and happiness, and the way you embrace people, and the way you teach, and the way we talk. I don't know that other people would know that this is the story and this is what you have come from.
I mean, but I still have a hard time. So it's not like, and you're right, because again, I have been so used to throwing on this mask to get through, that now that it's normal if I'm having a bad day. Because it's not that the depression is like I haven't had a hard time in a while, but like when it hits, like it hits.
Yeah.
And I don't like to be on medication for all the time. So
I think this is why we talked about the other episode, letting go. This is why quickly you throw it off. Like, because you've been in the sunken place. So you be like, nope, take it off me.
Listen, and this is a thing too about the unhappiness. And because my girlfriend Nicole, talking to her this morning, I had told her I'm the type of person, if I run into a situation that doesn't meet my vibe, I gotta go. Like, you know that I walk away, right? So then she's on the phone with me today going, this situation is going on, and I'm explaining it to her. She's like, you can't just walk away every time you want to. Like, this is what she tells me. And I'm like, no, but
yes, I can.
Yes, I can. And she said, your lifestyle and the jobs you have chosen have afforded you to go through that, Lisa. But once you get into the world,
like corporate America, you can't just quit your job.
If something happens, you can't just quit your job. And you know what I said to her? I can though. Like, I can. Like, and that's the thing.
I did.
This is what I mean.
I did that.
Right. If
People thought I was fucking crazy. I used to work at IBM.
No.
I was 22 years old making so much money. I don't even think I've ever made as much money as I made when I was 22.
Wow.
Like, ridiculous. And something happened, and I was really on some fuck this shit. Can't. And I did.
And I think that's the thing, is that people feel like they have to be stuck in these situations of unhappiness. And again, like, there are things that, you know, that need to be in play. Whether I get your safety, your security, you got to make sure these basic needs, those basic needs are met. But then sometimes, you know, I look up and I'm so used to walking away that this situation that I'm truly, truly, truly unhappy about with right now, she's like, Lisa, but wait, just figure out a plan. No, she told me to create a plan.
Okay.
Bitch, I don't want a plan. I have a plan. My plan is that I'm unhappy and I gotta go. Like, that's the plan. There's nothing else for me to write.
Yeah.
And then this is the part I said, my soul, and I know this is why I'm so much different from other people. My soul won't let me. Like, my heart, my soul won't let me. Then it becomes this internal warrior struggle when in unhappy situations.
There are people going to soul-crushing jobs every day.
So, right. I cannot do anything that does not serve my soul. I don't even know how to be more specific. I will walk away from anything that does not serve my soul. You know, no matter what it means, what I have, what I lost, what I don't. Because if I'm unhappy, which is where I'm at right now, if I'm unhappy in a situation, I gotta go.
Yeah.
I gotta go. I don't want to live like that. But I do know how to fake unhappiness situations and block people out.
Okay.
So sometimes I can't that's one way, right? Because I looked at it as a lesson, because I've been in a situation like that too, right? So you're sitting here, you're with this person or whatever, and it's like, I'm happy, but I'm sorry, do you exist? Do you know?
Wait a minute.
I'm sorry, do you exist? Like,
you got that white light that shield your fiberglass Iron Man bubble.
The white is deeper. It's deeper than a white light. Do you hear me? This light it's red, it's orange, it's green, it's blue, it's violet, it's the crown. It's all of these chakras in me aligning like.
We promised to do a chakra class.
Next one.
A chakra podcast just to get people up on what we throw it in a conversation so you could be like, okay, that's what they were talking about.
Next one. Or come see me, LisaHillaryJ.com. That was a shameless plug. Go ahead. You got some stuff from your book.
It was difficult, Lisa. I promise to God it was difficult this time because, you know, first I go through the books in our library at home, and I go through what I know in my knowledge, and I go through Google is my, you know. So when you go on Google, so many things when you talk about, you know, happiness, the illusion of happiness, or how do I find happiness, so many articles and so many things point you to The Secret, the law of attraction, right?
Yeah. Metaphysical things or
and it sounds good, right? So write down what you want. Speak what you want. And the secret is you become what you want to attract.
I believe that.
I do believe that. But what if you are fucking clinically depressed? Now, bitch, I'm on Google, and now I can't even fucking law of attract right. Everything is fucked up. Like that, it was just so defeating to me.
I'm reading a book. I'm sorry, I'm not reading because I don't like to read. I'm listening to a book. That's just a sidebar. It's on Audible. I'm just real. But anyway, her name is Rachel Hollis. And so this one track, this is called Girl Wash Your Face, which is an amazing book.
I've heard about this book.
She's speaking to my soul. Like,
Okay.
I want her to be like she's my best friend in my head
Yeah.
right now. But as part of it, she has a chapter where she's talking about, we always talk about happiness. And what about how do I live in my chaos?
How do
I live in my chaos?
So, yes, how do you live in your chaos?
Because sometimes the chaos is there. The house is dirty. The laundry's got to be done. This guy or this girl is getting on my nerves.
And I'm just in it.
And I'm in it,
right?
Like,
so
yes.
I feel like there are steps to everything. You know, I thought about the happy people we know in our life. And we know we're really happy, dude.
Oh, yeah. Look, I'm like, who?
Our friend Jamel, fellow yoga teacher.
Yeah.
He is like walking on clouds all the time. He doesn't carry shit. He doesn't ever look heavy.
And I've been in situations with him where it has been uncomfortable. Like, things have happened to make him uncomfortable. And he'll be like, and he's just like, and I'm like,
it's done.
It's done. And I'm like, you good?
He's good. I've
only seen him shaking one time.
Yeah.
But he blew that off.
I had to ask him, like, how and why, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because if we have him on the podcast, I'll let him share what he wants to share with
Yeah.
people. But it's like, how and why? You know, you a young black brother.
Yeah.
Life ain't always been...
Life ain't always... The angriest.
Right. They're supposed to be that. No, we're the angriest, Lisa. You didn't know it's black women. It's black women.
That's what I was going to say.
But life ain't always been a crystal stair, right? For him and his family. But he is not that dude. And you ask him why. And he's like... What did he say? Everybody has their shit. You can either swim in it or chill by the poolside. I was like, so he makes a choice. He doesn't swim in it.
Everybody
has
or
issues.
chill. And you know what? I got a lot of chill side by the
Behavior.
pool into doing. No, that I need to. I mean, no,
Yeah.
that's real though. Like.
Yeah.
Because I respect him in even making that statement. Because people sit there and they feel like they have to sulk or be victims to these situations, these circumstances, and by people's behavior, letting that control them.
And I think because depression is crippling.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it is crippling, and people don't even know the first step, right?
Right, but depression and happiness still two different things. But
yes. So what? That movie you had me watch on Netflix.
Happy.
There's a documentary on Netflix called Happy.
So good.
And Lisa had me watch it. And the cutest documentary just showed you the people with the least
were the
material
happiest.
things were the happiest.
The people with the least, the people that, because there's just one, did you see the people that were doing the communal living?
Yes.
I do just want to sidebar, like, my sign, my uncle charted me, he's deceased now, this was years ago, and it said, had I not found anyone to ground me to the earth, that I would do best with communal living, which
So you'd be...
I'd probably be on a communal
Right,
board. But listen, I just want to be clear, I would not be drinking no red juice, okay, because I got too much sense for that, you know, to punch Jim Jones. I'm not Jim Jones and you know, like now, but
you could toil the land to feed the
Randy,
community. I watched too much
so
Walking Dead. This is
live
crazy.
on the
I
commune.
cannot.
Do you hear me?
I cannot.
I was so, but see, the
But I get
have
it.
such
No,
a
I
bad
get it.
rap right
No, I
now,
get it. I
you
get
know?
the community. I get the thing is the happiest people. That's one of the things.
They
that
have the
happiest people-
least.
They have community. They know that they are working
sense
towards
of community.
something that is bigger than them. They are not the biggest thing in their world.
No.
The world is the biggest thing, and they're a part of making it better. So
Yeah.
unhappy people are the center of a world, and everything else revolves around them.
Yes.
But when you realize there's something bigger than you out there,
And I don't think that people understand that. I don't think people understand.
When you give back, have you ever, one of the things when I was depressed, one of the suggestions was from a therapist was do something outside of yourself, right? Go to a food pantry.
Get out of your stuff.
Go to Meals on Wheels. Go sit with a senior. Go hold babies. Go. You can volunteer to hold babies at a hospital. Did you know that? Like in the NICU, you can hold babies. Don't hold babies if your energy is fucked up though. Don't be trying to like that shit. Like,
Don't be jacking up people's babies. I'm with you, but I love that you can do that.
Yes. Walk dogs if you're into animals. Go to the shelters. Do that kind of stuff. But when you are giving of yourself, right?
That's the answer.
Yeah. That's
You
one
have
of them.
That's one of them. You have to give. Okay, go ahead. What's the next one? I like
so
that
in
one.
that documentary, my favorite clip was the people in Okinawa, the 100-year-olds and the babies. I want to go to Okinawa to live the rest of my life.
And then I think in Okinawa, they even had a part of land that they wouldn't even let them build on. Was that there?
That's the little island outside of Japan with the oldest living people.
The people that live the longest.
They are so happy. They love each other. They take care of each other.
And they don't really have much.
No.
You know, so we are unhappy because we have a lot of unrealistic things. Like, my house has to be this many square feet. My car has to be this. I have to, be here. I got to have on this outfit, this dress. This is why a lot of times, like, Randy, we took pictures today. And so, she's like, well, I'm going to be cute. And I was like, I'm not. Like,
but she's always cute.
But
so
no, but sidebar, but like, I don't make any effort, like, into the shit that I put on. Like, literally, I just need you to understand how much I don't care about materialism. First of all, I bought some of my clothes, a lot of them from the thrift store. I don't care, right? But I have a basket in my room, a white basket that's this big, and I literally wash all my yoga clothes. I dump them in there, and in the morning time, whatever I put my hands on, when I reach in there is what I wear.
Literally
die. I'm going to wear these pants, or I've got this sports bra, or I've got this tank. Because I don't want to be caught up. I so don't even believe, like, I know this is the planet Earth, Randy, in my head, but like, I just feel like I'm in a whole nother conscious realm, and I want everybody to come to this realm with me, because
you probably are. But I can only come if I can match my bras and my panties.
Matching bras and panties in the cosmic realm. We don't match bras and panties. We don't give a fuck about. We don't even have our bras and panties in the cosmic realm.
I can do that.
Do you understand? Like there's a whole nother conscious living that is so much superficial behavior and things that we have succumbed to and that we believe in that mean absolutely nothing.
Yeah, but they
don't mean anything.
But when you're not happy or you're depressed, like, that shit doesn't mean anything either.
So that's why, right? So we have to strive for this. Then come to this level.
So another thing.
Okay, go ahead. Listen, we're sidetracked.
No. Another thing is, like, happy people. This is kind of like pulling us back to this realm. Happy people, the idea is that happy people see the glass half full. That's bullshit. Happy people see that the glass is half full and half empty. They see reality.
I see what it is.
Look, like, I didn't make it something and you know more what else? Or less.
You know what else? That this statement right here, there is no good, there is no bad. Everything is always great. No matter if you're going through it, there's always a plan. So I think when people get stuck in these moments of depression and muckiness and ugliness, they think, but it's all for a reason.
Yeah,
it's all for a greater good, you know? Yeah. Like, and even when I went through all the stuff that I went through, like with my husband dying or going through depression, anxiety, I was so jacked up, girl. I was sitting on the curb one day at the hospital with an empty bar, a thing like this full of cookies sitting on the curb. My sister had to come give me Toy, and my older sister, girl. And I looked like I should have been committed / and admitted to the hospital that day, right? Just mentally broken down. And my sister just kept going, sis, when it's done, you're going to be so much better. And I'm like,
when it's done, but you're like,
when it's done. But my point is that sucks so bad. But when you go through this bad stuff, it makes you so much greater.
Does it make you thankful?
Yes, I'm thankful for all of it. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the good. I'm grateful for the bad. I'm grateful for all of it.
Can I just say, happier people have an attitude of gratitude. They can find the gratitude in so many different things.
I'm grateful for the pain.
Do you remember when Oprah was big? When has she not been big? But when she was doing that gratitude thing on her show, I believe that changed people's lives.
She changes lives every time.
But when they talk about, when people asked her, how did you become a billionaire? She said, because I wake up every morning and before my feet touch the floor, I say thank you.
Let me tell you what my daddy gonna do.
Oh, God.
Outside, I come from a strong Christian family. He'd be like, my God is an awesome God. And he gets a waving that little raggedy finger. My God is an awesome God. It's just one finger. I don't know. Like, maybe if it was like, my God, it's not this. And he does this really weird thing.
Dance.
Yeah, my God. But you're right.
Yeah.
It's so, even if you don't believe, whatever you believe, whatever your higher power is, but
have an attitude of gratitude.
I'm just grateful
a
each
grateful
day.
Heart.
I'm grateful. Okay.
All right. Forgive. Don't hold grudges. Let go.
Forgive.
Let it go.
I played a song in yoga called Forgive.
Ooh.
Okay. What's next?
So this is what we talked about. You making a choice. When you make a choice to be happy, you also have to choose to control your thoughts. Because if you've been in a routine of negative thoughts and negative thought patterns and speaking negatively to yourself about yourself or whatever, you have to commit to changing that.
You
so
do.
whenever, if a thought pops in your head that says, I'm not good enough or I don't deserve, you immediately say, Randy, you are better than good enough. Randy, you do deserve. You have to retrain your brain to think.
You do,
Because you've trained it to feel
Damn,
bad.
say that, and I know we got to go in a minute, but I said one of my friends who she was mentally, I believe, like mentally abused, and she let someone enter her head and make her believe these things about herself that just are not true.
She had to retrain her shit, didn't she?
She's still retraining it.
Oh,
it's still such this daily thing.
It is going to be, because what I was reading, I was reading this, I listened to other podcasts, I listened to books. What one of the consistent things is that your brain will fight you.
I'm fighting back.
Just like how they
I'm
say
fighting back.
It takes 21 days to create
make
a
a
habit.
Yes.
Just like, because I could go work out 2-3 days and then my brain and body is like, you can take a day off. You deserve it. Or you want them cookies, or you want to go to the bar, whatever else. If I remember my goal, I got to fight my brain. I got to fight my conscience. And so that's the saying with unhappiness.
So look, this is the thing, I think, for your life, for your happiness, you have to fight for it. You have to, and so people are okay, and they're sinking in. Yeah, they're drowning in unhappiness. But if you want to be happy, Fight. Get up, fight. Make that a daily struggle. Self-talk. Take care of yourself. Do the things that make you feel good. Do the things that you love. And if you don't like your situation, get your plan together to change it.
Can we talk about that? Change your environment. Change your environment. I swear to God, changing your environment. When I was growing up, and this has nothing to do with being unhappy or anything, but the new energy that you feel when you just shift your furniture around. Get a different pillow, throw it on that couch or that bed. Open the windows. You been in the house all day? Go to the park. Change your environment.
Just
change your environment.
Something, and it can be done even if you can't move from where you
are. You can't travel,
even
but
if you can't do that, but you can put something up. I burn every night before I go to sleep. I burn lemon and lavender in a diffuser in my room, and I listen to 432 hertz on my phone. It's like this sound frequency.
Oh, I love that.
Really, like chill. Like I play that and I diffuse that, and I just sleep in peace.
Yeah.
This is good.
Okay.
Do we have anything else?
We got a couple more, and these are so simple. In the 48 Laws of Power, in the book, everybody has. I've read parts of it. I haven't read it in its entirety. But law number 10 is to be happy. Don't be around the unhappy and the unfavored. Don't be around, or the unlucky. I'm sorry. Don't be around the unhappy or the unlucky. If your misery loves company, if you feel depressed and unhappy,
take your miserable stuff over there.
But the last thing you need to do is go over there with the other miserable, unhappy,
unlucky I'm not
people.
sulking with you.
No.
I'm not gossiping with you. I'm not going to do these things with you. I'm going to go find myself and be happy.
And happy people have a network. They have
happy people
everywhere.
Hey, that's Frankie. Because Frankie is really from the D. Go ahead.
But no. It's true. You could be a loner. You can be an introvert. But happy people do have people that they want to commune with when they want to. And that's support and love and care.
Also, music. Put on happy music. Stop watching sad and depressing stuff on TV.
The next thing, unplug, right?
Unplug.
Okay. Get off Instagram, get off Facebook, get off Twitter, get off all the other chats, the Snap, whatever, all that shit.
Yeah.
I stopped watching. I won't even say her name, but y'all will gather and infer who I'm talking about. I stopped watching a particular talk show host that I watched for years and used to listen to on the radio because she is so fucking negative. She talks about everybody. It's not even funny anymore. And when I see people in the audience and I be like, what are they doing? Like, y'all all look miserable. And I was like, but I'm watching this shit every day.
The energy, it changes. Look, it changes your vibration. My girl's trip. I'm like, if it's something like this, I can't watch dark stuff no more. Like it's too much. I don't want it in my soul.
I told my mother and father are addicted to the news cycle because who
no.
wouldn't be with this craziness going on?
Me.
But I told my mom, I said, Tuesday is no news day.
No.
Don't text me. Don't call
No.
me talking about some stuff. I know terrible things are happening, but please, I just need a day
I don't want to
off
know
from listening
No,
to it.
I don't want to know it. I don't want to hear it.
Especially if I'm already down.
It changes
And I might
you.
not even have shared with you that I was down that day. I might have had my own thing going on.
Yeah.
And then you watch the news that day, all it does is dig you deeper. So just
Okay, unplug.
So the biggest thing that people say and is so overlooked,
Mm-hmm.
fucking exercise.
And I don't know why people don't listen. Because, and just those endorphins.
Your
Even if
endorphins,
walk,
you need your
you
endorphins
need
to
that.
be happy.
Yes, and it creates these...
You know the chemical in the brain
The
that...
sex? Are we going to say sex?
Well,
Like, I feel like we
is-
got to say sex.
Sex is good for your endorphins.
Well, no,
to-
first of all, like, if you're not going to work out, then have sex every day. Like, because
You'll
do
be the happiest
something.
mug
Be
on the planet.
happy.
Happiest mug on the
Don't
planet.
worry.
Be happy.
We got a whole playlist for this.
Right. But the point is, like, dopamine is the chemical in the brain that you need to
Needs
feel
that.
joy and to feel happy. You know, the only thing that naturally gets the dopamine
What?
levels up? Exercise. Physical activity is the only natural thing.
Can we end on that note?
We probably can.
Listen, get up off the couch.
Make a choice every day.
Get up. Work out. Walk. Even if you don't want to go hard in the gym, just go walk. Do something to get your soul going.
Yeah. And make a choice every day to be
I'm
happy.
going to be happy.
Make a choice and remove the things from your life that don't serve that purpose. Remove those things. Even if it's a gradual movement every day, focus on the things that make you happy. Immediately, if you feel like this is not
Bye-bye.
for my soul,
For my soul. I can only do stuff that serves my soul.
we love you. Thank you for
Namaste.
listening.
Namaste.
Namaste. We never did that before.